వినిపిస్తుందా?
నాకు ఇప్పుడు వినబడుతుంది. ఇప్పుడైతే వినబడింది.
ఓకే. ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్గా ఇది నెట్వర్క్ యాక్సెస్ అకౌంట్లోకి వచ్చినప్పుడు 2 కనిపించిన ఆప్షన్స్ నాకు ఇక్కడ. తీసుకున్నా అప్పుడు 2 వచ్చాయి. 2లో ఫస్ట్ ఉన్నదాన్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నా నేను.
మనకి ఏంటంటే యాక్చువల్గా కొత్తది ఇవ్వాలి, బట్ వీ నో వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూజర్ నేమ్ అండ్ ఆల్ దోస్ థింగ్స్. We have taken one of that's it. So first, we have created as a new. Actually, what we have done is software update. No, it's not there actually. So this, okay. So we have added actually. It is showing because I have earlier added, right? That's why. Otherwise, it will not show. So that's it. And next.
ఇదొకటి. సైట్స్ లో ఫస్ట్ ఫారెస్ట్ డిస్కవరీ చేసిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ మనకి బౌండరీస్ లో ఒక ఎక్స్ట్రా కనిపిస్తుంది కదా.
If you click on this, okay, forest discovery, that doesn't mean you have to get immediately. You look for a log file. Okay, let's go to the logs. Okay, is your heart logs or your friend heart? Okay.
Okay.
Configuration here. Logs. Okay, a forest discovery. This is a log file. Okay, this one
log file దేనిలో ఉన్నాయి? కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ మేనేజర్ లో ఉన్నాయా?
The software got in configuration manager. You install SCCM, if you remember the folder which it was using. But the logs are located. Okay. So, okay, what next? That will to be verified. See, for instance, here got an error. Okay, discovery subject forest local was not saved. In that, okay, return value was 1. Discovery will attempt to next cycle. So, like this, there should be some error maybe, but in our case, it has created actually.
Okay. Yeah, నాకు ఇక్కడ వచ్చింది ప్రాబ్లం. వచ్చేసి అడిషన్ పాయింట్ కూడా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత సైట్స్ కి డెప్త్ కదా ఇక్కడ నుంచి సైట్ మీద కన్ఫర్మ్ ఆప్షన్ ద్వారా ఇచ్చినప్పుడు దానికి అక్కడ మనం సెట్ చేసే ఆప్షన్స్ లో ఏదో ఇచ్చాను నేను.
Action point. Okay.
So ఇక్కడ
okay, we'll do it again. Try with this
ఆప్షన్ కనిపించట్లా వాళ్ళు తర్వాత చూసినప్పుడు.
And the దగ్గర వీడియో ఉంది కదా, why you have not gone through it? You can pause.
నాకు ఆ వీడియోలో చూస్తుంటే నేను ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా వీడియోలో ఉన్నట్టే చేసినట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది, బట్ రెండింటిని ప్యారలల్ గా నేను పోతున్నాను అనమాట. ఎక్కడ నేను ఎగ్జాక్ట్ మిస్టేక్ ఎక్కడ చేసి ఉంటాను అనేది అంటే ఓవరాల్ గా తెలుస్తుంది నాకు ఎక్కడో ఈ ఏరియాలో మిస్టేక్ పోయి ఉంటుంది అని. అది ఏ పాయింట్ అనేది ఐడెంటిఫై చేయలేకపోతున్నా.
We're going to this
అవ్వలేదు దాంట్లో సిబిటీలో
పోయింది. మెండ్ అయిపోయినట్టేమో. go through it. So go through this. Okay, this has everything.
Yeah, స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను నేను ప్యారలల్ గా అయితే.
You have to.
నాకు ఈరోజు కాల్ వచ్చింది, కాలు. ఆడు ఫోన్ చేసి మీ కరెంట్ క్లయింట్ ఎక్కడ వర్క్ చేసేది మీరు అని అడిగారు.
Microsoft actually they released a product called System Center. Okay, System Center is a suite of products. Okay, it has a list of products. Say example, in the year 2005 to 2006 between, they have all together they matched up to the line of products to cover the enterprise. Okay, so that's called System Center, the family. Okay, in that family there are different products out there. Okay, so out of that we are using actually System Center Configuration Manager. Okay, this is called SCCM we call it, but in other words actually this is a CM, we can say CM. So earlier there was a product called SMS. So SMS was renamed to SCCM. Okay, so earlier it was called System Management Server, we call it in short SMS. Okay, similarly there is a product called MOM. Okay, Microsoft Operations Manager. Okay, that has included with a new tool called System Center Operations Manager. Okay, that's MOM. Okay, so is SCOM.
Microsoft Operation Manager.
Right. So now it's a System Center Operations Manager. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, there is a product, the Beta Opis. Okay. So that has now renamed to System Center Service Manager, which creates a ticket for service desk. Okay.
The System Service Manager compare enti.
But it's gone. So no. It was service desk only. Leave it, it has been,
orchestrator. Okay.
Service Manager. I was talking about Service Manager. Okay. This manager is it has a connectors. Okay. It can integrate with SCOM. What does SCOM does? SCOM will monitor like Center Operations Manager. So any infrastructure, like your switch gone, your network down, your network down, your machine down, maybe SCCM server service is down. Okay, or it has some problem internally because this way. For example, you distributed some software yesterday and it has failed. Okay, it can give an alert. Okay, so that alert comes under a console. Okay, so that alert can be create a ticket and assign for a required team by using service desk. So service desk is an interface which can connect with your SCCM and SCOM. Okay, so that it can do many things for like ticket creation, all those things.
Okay. క్రియేట్ చేయడం కానీ లేకపోతే ఓఎంని ఎస్సీసీఎంని రెండింటిని ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేయడానికి ఇది యూజ్ అయ్యేది సిస్టమ్ సర్వీస్ మేనేజర్.
Ticketing purpose. Not only that, if you have a connector, okay. So if connector will be there, okay. If you have a connector, you can integrate to any other tool, okay, and a ticket can be created, okay. And okay. And there is an antivirus tool called Endpoint Protection. Okay, that has been integrated into System Center family. So then they call it as System Center Endpoint Protection. Okay.
Yeah.
They actually so they acquired that company and then they continued with the System Center Endpoint Protection Manager. Okay. And there is a backup software. Okay. So that's called Data Center Protection Manager. Okay, so System Center Data Protection Manager. This is called DPM. DPM. So DPM is more useful.
Data Protection Manager.
More useful to take the backup of a machine. You can take any snapshot method or imaging based. It's more accurate data. It can integrated with the cloud also. Okay, this is a DPM. So this is another product. Okay. Apart from that, there is another product called, for a small business centers. Like if you take it a Pantaloons is not an IT-based company. It is a product related. They will have a showrooms, right? So or shop they have. So in that case, they don't need many servers, right? So if they have these features in one server, that is more than enough for them, right? So for that, there is a sort of small business or medium companies, they realize something called System Center Essential. So combination of SCOM and WS basically. Okay. The tool is called App Center. So for example, you want to install some apps, okay, from a website based like Amazon Experience, okay, for example, or shopping experience, okay. There is something called Apps Controller. So this is where used in the cloud and private cloud. The applications, okay.
Okay.
Other one is, other one would be, this is already covered. Okay, orchestrator. Okay, this was formerly called Opales. Okay, so this Opales orchestrator is very similar. Okay, it does everything automate. It does everything automate. Simple. It has actually a powerful tool inside called scripting language called PowerShell. Okay, so it will have a run book. Okay, so for every activity there would be a run book. So this run book, what it does is, if you want to deploy software, okay, so you have to use software source. You need to create it. You need to distribute. You need to create a package and distribute, and then create a deployment. Okay, then check for whether it is installed or not. So these are the steps. Okay, these workflows are called a run book. Okay? Run book contains some kind of workflows. Okay. It does all those things automated way. Okay, for you. Okay, and this orchestrator is tightly integrated with all of the System Center products. With the products can be automated with the orchestrator. It has inbuilt workbooks. Okay, all these workbooks follows industry standards. ITIL. So what industry standard is? ITIL, Information Technology Infrastructure Library, which is a process accepted by every company, and every company follows that process in IT. Okay. It has that method to access and use that product. Okay, that's an orchestrator. So it does many things in automated way. For example, you want to deploy operating system, you want to do something. It has a process. It creates that steps automated way. And last one is the virtual machine manager. Example, your company has Hyper-V, like this one. Okay, also they have vCenter, like from where there is a virtual machines. Okay, you manage them in one console if you want. Then you can use the virtual machine manager. Okay, and System Center Advisor is software as a service offering that helps to change assess configuration. So basically, this is advisory kind of service we don't use actually normally. So here most of the things we except the app controller, we use it in day-to-day life. Okay, it's the first two. If everything would be most of the companies use this. Okay, the future would be definitely orchestrator. This is going a broad way, and apart from that, it's nothing or System Center family I can say. Okay, for your information, all these products were not released in one day. This only add up into System Center family.
Okay.
Clear?
దీనికి సంబంధించిన థియరీ ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పి మ్యాటర్ అంతా కనుక దాంట్లో బ్లాగ్ లో ఉందా?
It should be there actually. It will be there. Okay, it will be somewhere. Just a family. I gave you a book actually. In that book, it should be there. You guys are not going through the books actually. Just depending on my classes, which is not good.
Depending on classes and videos. ఇప్పుడు ఈ సిస్టమ్ సెంటర్ అనే ఈ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ సిస్టమ్ సెంటర్ దాంట్లో ఉన్న డిఫరెంట్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్ అన్నమాట. హలో సార్, రాదా?
నేను మీకు పోస్ట్ పోన్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుందా ఎవ్రీడే క్లాస్?
ఏమైంది?
ఓకే చెప్తున్నాను అదొకటి ఇదొకటి, కానీ యాక్చువల్ క్లాస్ చెప్పట్లేను. మీరు వస్తే స్టార్ట్ అవుతాను. హలో
హలో,
ఇంకొక 25 minutes పడుతుంది. అదే అట్లేదు, ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఇచ్చేద్దాం మరి. వీడియోస్ చూసారా? బ్లాగ్ లో
స్క్రీన్ ఏం కనిపించట్లేదు.
ఓకే ఓకే, బ్లాగ్ లో మీకు యూ హ్యావ్ దిస్ విండోస్ బేసిక్స్, configure services, subnetting.
వీడియోస్ ఏం చూడలేదండి ఇంకా నేను.
చూద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు?
యాక్చువల్గా కొన్ని నేనే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశాను వీటిని. కొన్ని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశాను అనమాట.
టైం ఏం పట్టదు కదా?
చేసిన టైం ఏం పట్టదు. ల్యాబ్ ఏమైందంటే ఈరోజు నేను ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ ఒక 30 minutes చేస్తాను అనమాట. కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ చేయడం, క్లయింట్ అన్ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయడం, ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయడం వరకు, డిప్లాయ్ చేయకుండా చేయడం అయిన తర్వాత ఈ లోపు మధ్యలో నాకు బయటికి వెళ్ళాల్సిన పని వచ్చింది. ఇమీడియట్గా ఏం చేశానంటే సెషన్ క్లోజ్ చేశాను. ఆటోమేటిక్గా పోతుంది కదా మరి. అదే జరిగింది అక్కడ కూడా. ముందు నుంచి ట్రై చేస్తున్నా కూడా నాకు ముందు 401 ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది. అన్నప్పటికీ ఏమైంది మీరు చెప్పారు కదా, ఒక సెషన్ అయిపోతే ఇంకంతే అన్నట్లు.
Again, do it. From మళ్ళీ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
ఇంకా నాకేంటంటే చేయాలో అర్థం కాక సర్లే బ్రౌజర్ని క్లోజ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ ఫ్రెష్గా ఓపెన్ చేసి ట్రై చేస్తే అప్పుడు వచ్చింది.
అంతే.
తర్వాత ఇక మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ చేసి చేశాను అనమాట. కంప్లీట్గా అయ్యేదాకా చేసాయి. ఈసారి ఒక 30 minutes పట్టింది. అటు ఎటుకొట్టుకొని ఆడకొని పోయి మర్చిపోయి మర్చిపోయి మళ్ళీ వెనక్కి పోయి సరి చేసుకొని వచ్చి అట్లా చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చి అకౌంట్ వచ్చినా కానీ చివరికి సాఫ్ట్వేర్ డైరెక్ట్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్లోకి రాకుండా జస్ట్ ఏదో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అప్డేట్ సెంటర్ ఉంటుంది కదా, అక్కడ జస్ట్ కింద నుంచి ఒక నోటిఫికేషన్ లాగా వచ్చింది, కొత్త సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అవైలబుల్.
ఫైన్ కదా మరి, అదే కదా మనకు కావాల్సింది.
ఏం కావాల్సింది కూడా అదే, అప్డేట్ కోసం చూపిస్తోంది అవైలబుల్గా ఉంది అని చెప్పి. దాన్ని క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు అది డిప్లాయ్ అయ్యి అదే డౌన్లోడ్ అయ్యి డిప్లాయ్ అవుతుంది దీంట్లోకి. సెంటర్ నుంచి అవుతుంది అనమాట. అక్కడ కూడా మనం ఆ యాక్షన్ కూడా చేయకుండా డైరెక్ట్గా మీరు చెప్పినప్పుడు డైరెక్ట్ అయిపోయింది కదా అది.
అంటే మీరు ఇలా పెట్టుంటే అవుతుంది అదే. దట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ది డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ యూ డిడ్ యాజ్ అవైలబుల్
పెట్టాను మరి.
That's a problem. Okay, if you do as required, okay, it does automatic.
Okay. కింద చెక్ బాక్స్ నేను క్లిక్ చేసే పని లేదా?
సంబంధం లేదు.
అవైలబుల్ పెట్టాను. అవును,
so label పెడితే it comes under notification. That is what we will cover today actually. Okay.
Oh.
So if put it required, it does automatically once come. You've done is right actually.
అక్కడ అవైలబుల్ పెట్టాను నేను. అది ఇష్టం వల్లే అది సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇక్కడ ఈ నోటిఫికేషన్ లో మీకు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అవైలబుల్ ఉంది అని చూపిస్తుంది. అయితే
అది
అప్గ్రేడ్ లోకి వెళ్ళారు ఇప్పుడు. ఇక్కడ
చూస్తున్నాను కొన్ని ఆప్షన్స్
కూడా ఇట్లానే చూసా. తర్వాత ఏమైనా ఇక్కడ చేంజ్ చేయడానికి వీలవుతుంది అనమాట.
చూస్తున్నాను ఒక అతను సపోర్ట్ లో ఒకటి అడిగాడు, అని చూస్తున్నాను ఆప్షన్. Actually, you have here options in 2012 only, but this version. So that's what the difference. I'm just looking into it. For example, this is another SCCM console of another hierarchy, okay, altogether, but the same 2012 only, but this have a different things, okay. Right, this is the latest. If you look at here, this is 1000, that is 8412, whereas yours, this is right. Or take this example. This is a different version. Sign 8.
Okay.
This is different.
Yeah.
This is
రేపు నాకు ఎలక్షన్ అబ్బాయి ఇక్కడ
వెళ్తున్నా మీరు కూడా.
మనకు
What we have done is yesterday we used a MSI file actually. If you look at source folder, this is the file called Windows installer package. If you look at more extensions, okay, this is, if I go to unhide, this is .msi file, okay. Got it? In general, what happens is you not have now if you download any of software, it would be either setup.exe or .exe or .msi, the way, right? So what we have done is this is .msi. So what happened is if I deploy a package in .msi format, okay, since it was a .msi format, I'll put it in this way, okay. Since it is a .msi, I call it as a definition file. So I can browse here and select MSI file. If you look at here, it was looking for .sms or .pdf, .msi, not that PDF, Acrobat Reader. Okay, this is a different package definition file. Okay, PDF means. Okay. So this format only it can work. Got it? Okay. So once we have created, okay, let's another package maybe. Okay, let's go to this CD. Some software will take it. Say example this one. This is a configuration managed toolkit. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just go here under source. Okay, software deployment. I'll create another folder. Okay.
Okay.
The name. Okay. This is the MSI file. If you look at this is also MSI file. That means I can create definition package, right? Right click, package definition, browse to config.mgr toolkit. So this time I'm getting as 2007 to toolkit version. Okay. Fine. And this contains the source. So sometimes it can execute without source also. Okay. For example, you want to delete something. I know hundreds of machines. So you can use del and the part of the folder. Right? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. So use even that way also. So in our case, this is a file which exists physically, right? That's why we should choose as obtain source from a source folder. Where is that source? It is shared folder or a local. So in my case, local I can browse it local also. Okay. But in most of the cases, it would be shared. Okay. Yeah. In this case, V2. Okay, which is this folder, right?
అంటే ఇంకేదైనా వేరే క్లయింట్ లో గాని సర్వర్ లో గాని ఎక్కడ ఉంటుందా?
No, అలా చేసుకోవచ్చు. Okay.
Okay.
So normally you would go here like this INHYD TCS, so whatever this, and the source folder would be shared. So share in that way, and let's see like this. Source. If you look at this was shared as /source. So let's say okay, this is there V2. So take it as this folder. Okay. Here. Okay, shared. Okay. This is folder. Then it has created for me called package name called config.mgr 2007 toolkit V2. Okay. Let's go. This is the one which has created. Okay. The package is created. Okay. By default, you will get a package ID. Okay. This package ID. Okay. And also, every package in this console, most of the objects will have a UID. Okay. In this case, it's a package, so it's a package ID. Okay. So package is the source. Okay. But what to execute is program. So this is a program, for example, we have used earlier persist attendant, but let's open this. What's happening? Okay, so what is happening is it is putting this command line to install. So let's go to this source, okay? Source, okay? And nothing is there right here. So let's go to V2, okay? CD. Should we go to okay? So D colon CD. So here you have right. So what I'll do is, if I do my patch, okay, and program, okay, program is this. So what I'll do is, if I put it is this, okay, what is happening is, explain once again, try to understand. So this is the program, this is a package, okay. So this package contains a program. What is a program? You should write it down in vocabulary or in your terms, okay. Programs means a command line used to install or uninstall, okay. What is a program? Program is used for install or command, okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay.
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 Good. So this is command line. Okay, what I'll do is, let's see, whether it is true or not. Okay, I'm going to hit with this. So what is happening? Something. Okay. Okay. It here, it's gone, I think, by this time. Okay. So nothing is there, but if you look at go here, it has installed, right? Okay. This is installed. So if I want to uninstall, okay. Okay, this which is here. If you look at persistent uninstall is this. Okay, let's see. Come. Okay. Wait. So it should be uninstalled by this time. Okay, if you go properties, it's gone.
Okay.
Right? So the statement for what program is, it is an installation command or uninstallation command, okay, which is part of package, right? So now this was, so since we used as a definition, that means when an MSI file is created, okay, that itself contains a definition. That means it should know how to install, how to uninstall. Okay, so it has those commands built in. That's it. Create all these command lines. Okay. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Now the question should come to your mind that if I have ext, what if?
Yes. Yes.
So most of the applications, okay, in the recent time, from last 10 years or so, okay, everything is coming in MSI format, okay. In any case, for example, in a worst case, you got exe, then you have to convert that exe to MSI. How to convert? So that's why there is another role, okay, in your infrastructure, okay. There are another team will be there, okay. So what's the team I'm going to share to you, okay? See this. I think you are able to see the screen with the mark, right? So, actually, this is the SCCM tool, okay? Now, on SCCM tool, there are two different roles will be there, okay? One is admin. Okay. There is another team also will be there called packaging. Packaging. This is a separate team. So what do is they convert, okay, they create packages. Create some, for example, your company developed some software, okay, the source will be given to them, okay, and they do something, okay, they do something here, Okay, I'll explain a complete session on this. What is that something? And then we do thing to one package. Okay, new package, not this package, not these packages. Okay, the source is here. Okay, they create a separate package. Okay, the source package would be the source raw source would be created in a different format, and then it converts into a new package. Okay, which contains the example. For example, okay, if a software is installed, okay, if it start here programs, right? Under programs, shortcuts are coming up 5. But requirement, whoever given this raw software, they says, I don't want this 5, just list only 2. These are not related. They will give that kind of requirement to packaging. This packaging team. What is the team? Packaging team. Okay, ping team. Okay. What they do? Packaging team, they do, okay. For example, under files, once the software is installed, it is got 4-5 shortcuts. Okay, they want. Okay, that's one of the requirement. And once the software is installed, it is only coming to start programs, but it's not coming to maybe here. Okay, or they want on a desktop some shortcut. Okay, got it? So since they wanted, okay, things. Okay, what they do is they take that raw and they convert in that format. Okay, and now they convert into MSI. Okay, what the software is coming up, they convert into MSI and give you. Okay, most of the teams will give you command line, what to install, how to give it. Okay, for example, we use a command line here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also give you. Okay, so that is the packaging team role. Okay.
Okay.
ఏం చేస్తారు ప్యాకింగ్ టీమ్?
ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కి సంబంధించి దాన్ని ఇన్స్టాల్ అన్ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలన్నా కమాండ్ లైన్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసి ఇస్తారు.
కొన్ని చేస్తే కొన్ని టీమ్స్ నువ్వే చేసుకోవాలి. నెక్స్ట్
ఇంకేమంటే ప్యాకేజింగ్ టీమ్ అనేది సోర్సులను తీసుకొని దాని నుంచి ప్యాకేజ్ చేస్తారు అని చెప్పి.
While they create package, additional requirements fulfill అవుతాయి. This is very important. ఇంతసేపు దానికోసం అర్థమైందా? అడిషనల్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ఏంటి? షార్ట్ కట్ కావచ్చు. వాళ్ళు కాల్స్ కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే అడిషనల్ చెప్పండి.
షార్ట్ కట్స్ డెస్క్టాప్ మీద లేకపోతే ఏదైనా నోటిఫికేషన్స్ రావడం అటువంటివన్నీ కూడా అడిషనల్ గా యాడ్ చేస్తారు.
రైట్.
యాడ్ చేసిన ఫీచర్స్ తోటి దాన్ని ప్యాకేజ్ చేస్తారు మళ్ళీ.
Right. Again, they combine them. Then they create a file. Okay. Yes. It's called new packaging. New package they call it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got.
Oh. So.
What is the process లో ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్న ఫీచర్స్ ఏమన్నా కస్టమర్స్ కి దట్ మీన్స్ అయితే ఆ క్లయింట్లు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలనుకున్నారో వాళ్ళకి కొన్ని అవసరం లేకపోతే వాటిని తీసేస్తారు. కొత్త వాటిని వీళ్ళు చేసిన యాడ్ ఆన్ ఫీచర్స్ ఉంటే వాటిని యాడ్ చేయడం, పర్టికులర్ క్లయింట్ కి అవసరం లేని ఫీచర్స్ ఉంటే వాటిని రిమూవ్ చేసి కొత్తగా మళ్ళీ న్యూ ప్యాకేజింగ్ చేస్తారు అన్నమాట. ఓకే
ఓకే, ఇక్కడ .exe ఫైల్ ని ఎందుకు ఎలిమినేట్ చేస్తారు?
చెప్తే రాలేదు, అక్కడికి రాలేదు. ఫస్ట్ టీమ్ రోల్ అర్థమైంది కదా.
ఓకే
ఓకే
సో నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటంటే, సో ద క్వశ్చన్, ఓకే, మన క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్ ఇప్పుడు. ఓకే, సో క్వశ్చన్ why exe? MSI. Only MSI. Why not? Then okay,
.exe.
I'm just. So, actually, let's take. I must take. Okay. So before just going to there, okay. Just before going there, okay. Let's have a look on here. This was executed some software right yesterday. This software. Okay. Have a look at it. What is happening. Okay. As it executes your log, what happened is it has executed this command. See, it prepared command. Okay, all this. Okay, then it executed this command line. The program command line, right? Program command line. If you look at, okay. So I see what it is doing actually. It is executing what you mention in the command line.
Yes.
And then.
Yeah.
So it may not be if you put it a wrong command, it will try to execute wrong when it may fail. So what we have to do, we have to test and then execute that. Okay.
Yes.
And then it must be tested and a test machine first. The thing that SCCM prepares right one and then it gets deployed. Okay. No, okay. You must have to test the command. This is base mistake with many students. Okay. Okay. Let's go to base thing. Okay. What happened is long back. Okay. There is a file called setup, right?
Yes.
This setup.exe used to have, right?
Yes.
So which is used for all your installations, right?
Yes.
So when you remember this exe, you should also maybe remember that next button will come when installing, right?
Yes.
Then you will get I accept, then wait to install. All the these are the answers or the questions which asks by this exe, right? So if you have such a file, okay, you want to deploy to hundreds of machines, you can't answer everywhere every time text.
Yeah.
So if the software was advertised to a user, he don't know next or all those things. Okay, he may or may not be. In that situation, it is difficult to distribute, difficult to apply this software as a unique. So what Microsoft has done is they introduced, instead of setup.exe, they introduced whatever that .msi. Okay, what is it saying? MSI is a Microsoft installer,
Microsoft installer,
which is by default every operating system. We go to services. .mc. Okay, there's something called Windows installer. Okay, this is nothing but a related. So okay, what it does is okay, any so you take it, if it must a format, it has to go through with service. Okay, what this services does is it accepts that and then installation process will start. Like MSI is uncontrolled way. Okay, setup exe's exe file is uncontrolled way, whereas MSI goes with the MSI execute process. Okay, that if you look at it, all these concepts started with execute. okay, this MSI exit has some command line options. It has some command line options. So let's go to prompt. Okay, MSI exit. Okay, question mark. It is giving some options. Example, if MSI exit for install, okay, and then parameters like you display here or no, not display. Sorry. If you look at, I'll take the software dump. Okay, example, application. There is a software called example SCCM tool. Okay, I'll just here for some MSI. Okay, so one MSI is in my machine. It can be any MSI. Okay, this is one. Okay, if it is for me next. Okay, all the options, right? Everything is coming up, right? So MSI exit, okay, it threw an error. It is not that way you have to give. You should give like /i. So it has installed successfully. Okay, but then is coming up. Finish is coming up. So you won't want that. Okay, maybe give a /q. Okay, it has quit. Okay, mode. So it has installed. Okay, I don't want to install. I want to uninstall. So I can give X. So with Q means quiet mode uninstall. It's gone. Okay, another source. Okay. Let's see view. Okay, I'll put somewhere here. Okay, example. This is a folder. Let's go here. It's not there. Okay. So if I enter, it will ask welcome wizard, all those things here. Okay. So see next. Okay, accept. All these are coming up. Okay. So instead of that, I did cancel. Okay, this is a cancel. I just cancel. If I want to install, what I have to do? Exit. Right? It will install, but it will prompt you, right? It is you to enter all those step next, all those things. If you quiet mode, see everything is asking cancelled again can. So what I can do is I can give /qd. That means quiet mode is it cost automatically whatever the next to be clicked, automatically it clicks. Okay, whereas Q clicking it will show. See, this is me. Okay, what you have to do? You have to press next, right? It does automatically, but it will show you here. Okay, but see, the progress would be right. So this got installed, right? So if I want uninstall, what I have to do? X. It will be progress. The progress bar was very important for you. So the commands you have, check it here. So just to go to this, okay, it has a lot of options. Out of the quiet is there, okay, no restart, force restart, prompt restart, okay, and file can be given by /l, okay, and sometimes this can be instead of I is in the front, okay, some axis, maybe it comes like I. It depends, okay. So what option it works, you only knows, not me. You should test any test machine. And somebody is asking you to put some software, or somebody gave some software, you should know what that file, what command it is going to use. Okay, so you have to test on a test machines. You will have a test machines. Okay, you test that on your test machine. Okay, this is related to MSI. Okay.
Okay.
Now coming to original question of Balas, why can't I use MSI? Means, as I explained out of this summary from the last 10 minutes, okay, you use EC file because it is a legacy, and where you have to, the installation progress cannot be suppressed, right? Where the installation can be advanced mode, so you can you keep all these, okay, and can go for silent installation or silent uninstallation options, right? That's why Microsoft is pushed this, and this is available in every machine. If you can look into your machine also, Windows installer. And while one software is getting installed, another software cannot be installed. Whereas in EXE method, you can install multiple softwares at once.
Okay.
I would not this one, okay?
Okay. Got it.
Okay, and it goes in a systematic format. So, installation is running, okay? This service automatically starts, okay? If this is disabled, you cannot do the MS installation. Remember that, okay? Now, next thing is packaging team works. Packaging team, they will have software, okay? Then software, okay? Then they install, after installation, they take a scan of that machine, complete the, okay? So in this machine, you have registry files, folder, and something like that, okay? They again then installed this config.mgr toolkit, for example, okay? They scan it. So the first scan and the second scan would have some changes, right? So for installing or installing the application, there are some changes will be there, right? Hello.
Yes. Yes.
So that changes they capture, and they compose a MSI file. First, they have a software which will be used. Okay, you can note down that software. Okay, one is SMS installer, which was released originally along with the SMS. Is Video. Okay, in Shield. These are two. Out of that, which one is a popular? One would be the Wise Studio and Install Shield. Only these two would be used.
Why?
Okay? Wise 2. Okay, Install Studio. Okay, Wise Studio, Install Shield.
Shield.
Okay, that's what when you are installing something. Okay, you will get Install Shield. Okay, software, sir. Either that. Okay. Okay, this software, once they have a machine, what they do, install this software. For installing, they take a scan copy of the state, and after installation, they take a scan copy. Then there is some compile option. Okay, then the changes can be out of it.
Okay.
Applicable 100% only MSI, or is it applicable for setup XC? So if I ask that question, okay, 99.49 it is applicable for MSI exec only this class, okay? That means every MSI follows this method, okay? But 99.49.exe files cannot work, okay? But there is a chance few of the EXEs can work with /s/i/q, something like that. It can work, okay? But it depends, not guarantee, okay? Check it in your why we have discussed this, because we will create a package from a page definition. This that nobody uses, okay? But because when you create a package, you should identify what are the things has been created. A package console and a program. Okay. In the program, if you look at it, can anybody this or
Attended per system, unattended per system, uninstall per user, attend per user, unattended per user, uninstall.
so what it mean? The command line has changed actually. If you look at it, command changed to facilitate to per user install.
User per system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Per user unattended, that means per user based only it will install. Whereas here EME has given, okay, for system wise. Okay. So the difference between everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you should create at least two. Install, other one for uninstall, right?
Yes.
Okay. And now, if you want to create your own, okay, you'll do create new application. Okay, some example name, and where source is located in
local folder.
source folder. There. For example, if I want to distribute V2 or this one is example, so the folder. Okay, so next. Now it what is the program type? It's a device program. So this is for program, standard program. Mostly we create standard program 99.49. So let's go to the standard program. Okay, this is that exe. So if you look at here exe or anything, so this is MSI. Okay, and the command line should be, he should pass it. So what is the command line you want to install? So the command line is MSI exec / if you want to test it, first you test it. Okay, getting me?
Yeah.
So right, we are testing, not the V2, other one.
Yes.
So dir Google Kit. Okay. Yeah, right. Exec / right.
Hi.
Give it this option. So okay, so it is asking. Okay, I shouldn't be doing this. Cancelled. I should give /q. Oh, okay. So this is working. Check it was working or not. Oh, okay, it worked. Okay. Also check for uninstall also. Okay, that is X. Oh, working? Yeah, worked. Right? So what do is the one which is install one, right? I'll key this.
Yeah.
I'll hit command line. Okay. msx /i ccm2/q. This for install, right? Install. Okay. Now, if you look at so this is a program name. Okay. The command line. Okay. This is normal behavior. Okay. And this is can run only when a user logged on, or whether or not user login aina avvakapoyina. That means whether user is logged in or not. Okay. The software should install for me, right?
Okay.
In that case, we'll use this. Okay. So next. Okay. Come back to this later point, or you can I can complete. So it is a free disk space. It is required. Maybe at least it should have 100 example. Require how much? 100 MB. Okay. And how much time it takes to install in general? Okay, that's max. Okay. Where it can run, it only run on Windows 64 bit. Otherwise, it run on all these. Okay. You can use it. Okay, basically. Got it?
Yeah.
Next. So install. So this package is created with the name of E, which I have given, right? Distributed. So and now if the program got installed with one, if you create one more, program, what you can do is you can go back here. Okay, this differs always. Okay, the run changes. Look at this. Okay, so summary here you can create another program maybe for this for standard program for install example. Given msexec/x. Okay, whether or not. Okay, so this okay default. So program has two now for install and uninstall. So now program is ready. Okay, so what is the challenge here? You should know what is that exact command line, right?
Okay.
This is the only thing challenge. Otherwise, you can create a new package with some source. Okay, you locate the source, right? I'm just revising. Okay, what folder name it is? Example, this folder. Then the program. Here you should write the exact command and click next and finish. That's it. I'm canceling this. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Now I'll distribute this package. Distribute to my DB. So I have next, close. So this gets deployed distributed in a 1, 2, 3. After that, I have to deploy to a collection. So I want to install program, right? Use install systems. Okay. Now it should be install available. That means here notification will come. Okay. Okay, and then all available next finish. Okay, so what happened is now under deploy I have create install schedule with the schedule of maybe for example state example, so that at least I'll get immediate basis if there is a time sync problem in my test lab. Okay, otherwise you don't need to do that. Okay, this schedule it will be available. That means it will come under center. So it is not installed in the client software and the server. So on machine, I'll go here to and to do I have to refresh. Otherwise, it is 6 minutes. Okay. So fresh then here and okay.
Yeah.
Tier 1, okay. First is it should come with e name, right? Okay, port it downloaded. Once the port is downloaded, it will come automatically. Okay. So then to the normal software distribution. Okay. We'll go through it tomorrow once again. Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at least come an early so that
Okay.
At least 8.
Okay.
So the longer class and we click the software distribution. This section it is not yet completed. It is in the middle only. Okay.
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 Yeah.
Chalo fir. Okay. Catch you tomorrow then. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. This by ending before ending. Okay. This you will get it by tomorrow at least. Okay, because I'll just save this as okay. You'll get the status tomorrow anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay then. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.